All right, racers, listen up. Big changes to the tire regulations. And I mean, what you're about to hear in the next few minutes, this could literally be the difference between standing on the podium and staring at the pit wall. So let's get right into it.
And just to be crystal clear, this isn't some idea for next season. Nope, these rules are live. They are in full effect this Sunday. There's no grace period, no easing into it. You've got to be ready to race with them, not try to figure them out on the fly.
So here's the big question for you. Is your old playbook in the trash yet? Because it should be. These changes demand a completely new way of thinking about the entire weekend. That's why we're doing this explainer, to give you the clarity you need to start building that winning strategy like right now.
Okay, first things first. Before we even think about strategy, we've got to understand our tools, right? Your entire weekend, every single decision, it all hinges on knowing these 4 tire compounds in your arsenal.
All right, it's a pretty simple spectrum, but trust me, mastering it is everything. You've got 4 options. Think of the R1 as your qualifying hero. It's got insane grip, but man, it degrades fast. Then, all the way at the other end, you've got the R4. That's your marathon runner. Super durable, but it has the least amount of grip. And then smack in the middle, you have your workhorses, the R2 and R3. The whole weekend is going to feel like a high-speed chess match, all based on when you decide to play each of these cards.
Okay, let's walk through the race weekend step by step. It all kicks off with the very first session where these new rules are going to hit you, qualifying, and more importantly, how that choice is going to dictate your start for race 1.
And here it is, the first strategic hurdle you have to jump. The rule itself, super simple. But the implications, oh, they are massive. Basically, whatever tire you use to smash that fastest lap, it's immediately off the table for race 1. Gone.
So let's make this real. Imagine you go for pole position. You bolt on those soft R1s and you set a blistering lap. Awesome, right? Well, yeah, but that choice now means the R1 is illegal for you in race 1. You're now forced to start on either the R2, R3, or R4. See? From the very first session of the weekend, you are already making a major compromise.
Okay, so that's race 1 sorted. Now, let's talk about race 2. Because if qualifying was a little wrinkle, race 2 is a full-on gauntlet. This is where your strategy is going to be put to the ultimate test, and you're about to see exactly why.
All right, you got to pay close attention here because this is like a multi-layered puzzle. Rule number 1, you cannot start race 2 on the same compound you just used in race 1. Got it? Okay, rule 2, there is a mandatory pit stop. Rule 3, during that stop, you have to change compounds. And here's the final kicker. The new compound you switch to has to be different from what you used in race 1 and different from what you started race 2 on. It's a real strategic bottleneck.
And your window to make all this happen? It is incredibly tight. We're talking a 40-minute race, right? Well, that mandatory pit window cracks open at the 20-minute mark, and it slams shut just 5 minutes later. That's it. You have exactly 5 minutes to get in, get your stop done, change those tires, and get out. No wiggle room, no exceptions.
Okay, I know, that's a lot of rules to digest. So what does this actually look like in practice? Let's try to decode one possible strategy, just so we can see how all these puzzle pieces might fit together over a race weekend.
So here's one way you could play it. Let's say step 1. You go all out for grid position. You qualify on the fastest tire, the R1, okay? Now step 2, for the 20-minute race 1, you have to switch. Let's say you go with the medium R3 because your R1 is now illegal. Good. Step 3, for the start of the big one, race 2, you start on the durable R4 since the R3 you just used is locked out. And finally, step 4, when that pit window opens, you dive in, make the mandatory stop, and you switch to your only remaining tire, the R2. That's the one you have to take to the finish line. See how every single choice just funnels you into the next one?
And, well, this logic brings us to what I think is going to be the defining moment of the entire race. I'm calling it the R2 challenge. Because of how these rules are set up, a lot of strategies are going to funnel you down to this exact same scenario, finishing the race on the R2 soft compound. And this, right here, is where your raw skill in tire management, not just your speed, is going to be put to the ultimate test.
And how long are we talking? Well, think about it. If you pit at the absolute last second of that window, at the 25-minute mark, you are looking at more than 15 minutes plus a lap of hard, flat-out racing on a soft tire that was really designed for short sprints. Making that tire last while you're either defending for your life or trying to attack, that is where this race is going to be won or lost. For sure.
So, there you have it. That's the new battlefield. The rules are designed to do one thing: push your strategic thinking to the absolute limit.
And now, it's your move, racer.
Let's just quickly recap the big takeaways here. 1. You are almost certainly going to use all 4 tire compounds this weekend. 2. Every single choice you make has a domino effect, limiting your options for the next session. And 3, and this is the most important one, mastering that final, brutal 15-plus minute stint on the R2s, that is the key that's going to unlock the podium.
Look, the rules are the same for everybody on that grid, but the strategies, they are going to be wildly different. Are you going to burn your fast tires early to gain track position, or are you going to save them for a dramatic final push? The choice is all yours. But the clock is ticking down to Sunday, so I'll leave you with this. What will your strategy be?